Alright guys, it's August 13th. We are in the hot part of summer, but we have been getting some rain. So we're going to head over here to a lease we've got. This place is mostly cut over. It's got some pines on it. So far on the Browning cameras, we've got a mature 7-point, probably going to be around that 115, 120 range. And then we've got a really nice 8-pointer, but he looks young in this area that we're going to be targeting. And we've got probably about an acre spot there that I've had a stand hung for a pretty good while. It's a good spot. Seems like it's just a matter of time before it happens. So, like I said, we're going to go in here and get these food plots put in and hope for the best. Hopefully it'll work out this year. Check these Browning cameras after that food plot starts coming in and just kind of see if maybe this deer will get consistent. I'd really like to get a 7. Anyway, let's get these food plots in and see what happens. So what we're doing here is we're going in and planting a couple kill plots, as people call them. Tennessee allowed us to hunt for 3 days. This year it was the 23rd, 24th, 25th, and it is their August velvet season. You can only take bucks, but what we're going to do is we're going to go in here, disc these spots up, get them sprayed, and then put down some soybeans. We know that the deer are going to come in and eat these beans up. They're not going to make anything. It's late in the year, but soybeans are a really good thing to plant. Deer have a hard time leaving them alone. The way I see it would be better than having corn out if it's legal. Fresh soybeans coming out of the ground, in my opinion, are what deer want above all other things. It's why farmers have such a hard time getting beans up, is because deer love them so much when they're at that first and second leaf stage. So we're going to plant us some beans in these spots. By doing this, they're going to be worked up so that when September rolls around, we can get our radishes and stuff planted. We've got 2 different spots where we're going to do this. We've got about a half-acre plot that actually sits, I don't know, about 1,500 yards from a really big bean field. And this is going to be kind of a staging up area before they hit that bean field. And then we've got a big field of our own that we'll typically have in food depending on what the landowner is going to do. We're going to go in and disc this spot up and put some beans. So y'all come along with us and let's see what these little bean plots will produce. I elected not to hunt the morning hunt on Friday just because I didn't want to blow anything out going in. But we got settled in Friday afternoon, had a few turkeys come out, had a doe and some fawns come out, and it wasn't long after they left. I looked up and I could see some velvet coming through the brush. So I went ahead and got up, got my bow together, and it ended up being one of the deer that I was wanting to shoot, wide 7-point. So as these bucks made their way into the food plot, the deer that I was wanting to shoot, either one of these deer, the 7 points, they were both older deer, they're both 7 points, probably not going to ever do much more. They got to about 40 yards. I think this deer was at 41 yards when I shot, and they didn't really seem like they were going to get any closer. It looked like they were going to skirt the outside of that food plot and go on to that bigger bean field. So I elected to go ahead and take the shot at 41 yards. I practiced a lot further than that and felt comfortable. Now, as you can tell in that video, I hit this deer a little bit back. Whenever I shot, I planned on the deer dropping and spinning like the other two deer did, and most all the deer I shoot at with a bow do. And this deer actually lunged forward and ended up hitting this deer about midways. I don't have much recovery footage of this because I was going to wait until the next morning and come back. But as I'll show you here in slow motion, when I shot this deer, he lunges forward, but the arrow ends up going in front of the deer. So as you'll see here, I'm going to place an arrow right behind this deer's shoulder. And watch how far the deer lunges forward by the time the arrow gets there. It looks like it would have been a really good shot had he not lunged forward, but he did. That's part of it. Might not should have shot so far, but also watch the arrow deflect forward whenever this deer takes off. I get down and I have really good blood on the arrow, so I'm thinking with this, maybe that deflection caught some lungs. So I end up leaving and coming back just to see if I can find any blood. It was supposed to rain that night. Just wanted to kind of see if I could tell which way this deer went, and the deer went 70 yards. He was laying dead right where I went to check for blood. So it worked out really good, and I was able to get the deer. And here I'm going to show you a clip from the same food plot, a big 9-pointer that I had coming in. It was a couple bucks came in on this spot. This is actually from the very last part of September. I want to say it was the 27th or 28th of September. Big 9-pointer comes in. This is actually a hit list deer, and I don't have much recovery footage on this either. We'll get better on that aspect, but y'all watch this clip here, and I shot this deer pretty much in the front shoulder, but again, he went 70 or 80 yards piled up. Probably wasn't the best shot to take, but it ended up working out really good for me. So check this clip out. And the food plot that's here, these are actually tillage radishes. Deer love them. And a lot of people tell you that they don't get good until later on into the year, but I've had really good success out of early season stuff, at least here in West Tennessee, with the deer wanting to eat them pretty early. So that's what these deer were munching on. That's what the green is that you see.